Hello, everyone. Top of the morning to whoever watches this. Sitting here in this pool room at my house, waiting for my ride because I don't have a car right now, and I'm starting to get a little annoyed by it. My dashboard stopped working about a year ago, and I waited this long to take it and get it fixed because I knew it was gonna cost a lot. And yeah, I wasn't wrong. I paid I'm going to pay more than 1,500 to get it fixed. But gotta have it. That dashboard screen is like an LCD screen, tells me my speed, my how many miles the car has, how much gas I got left, kind of a essential information that you need to have while driving. So that's what it's gonna cost, and I kind of like that car, so I was debating if I should get it done, and I said yes, but I was not willing to do it if went over $2,000. It was under that, but it's still a lot of money. Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Apparently, he joined the race, or he is going to join the race. Even a poll came out already and talks about him. Dude, dude hasn't even really officially announced yet, and he was already at 10%. He knocked off our girl Marianne, so you know that's interesting. From second place, so we'll see where it goes from now. I don't know much about the dude. I mean, like I said, I'm still for Marianne, and like I said on my original video when she announced, I'm not like it's not in concrete that I'm gonna support her forever, but the fact that she was the first to announce when everyone else was hesitant, perhaps she inspired Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to run. So we'll see how it gives up, how it turns out. But I mean, I think it's good that more people are joining the race. So 1 minute. Sorry, I'm back. I'm waiting for my ride, like I said. So I thought I heard him, but apparently not. It's not him. So as I was saying, I think it's good that more people are joining the race, even though they're like kind of low profile. I mean, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he's not that low profile. I think a lot of people know about him, especially his whole anti-vax position. And I don't know how I feel about it. I like to think I'm more pro-vax than people are, but um, I do sort of understand their hesitance. Their anti-vax position. I kind of understand where it comes from. Like my wife, I don't think she's anti-vax, but she won't follow any recommendation in terms to our regarding our children. She won't follow any recommendation and just give other kids all the vaccinations that whoever recommends, either the federal government, state government, or even our local government. Uh, I know our kids have been vaccinated for certain, against certain diseases, but there's ones that she says no, it's either they don't need it or it's too early. Like we should wait a couple more years. And so, I don't know if that really means, I don't know if that what it really means to be anti-vax, or do you have to be like more hardcore against it than that? So I guess call her, I don't know, hesitant, vax hesitant or whatever. So, but that's pretty much what I know about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Like I said, he hasn't officially announced, but it looks like he will more than likely will. And or if he did, I don't know because I'm not following him that closely. But I think it was the Monmouth poll. Correct me if I'm wrong. The five of you that are gonna watch this video. Uh, I think it was the Monmouth poll that had him at 10% and knocked our girl Marianne down to 4% again. I mean, it's not all bad news for Marianne. Apparently, she's blowing up on TikTok. I don't know how much of that will translate into, support like donations and ultimately voting for her in all these primary states. So we'll see. So yeah, good for her. I don't navigate TikTok that much. I have an account because my son uses it. He's only 7 years old. I know what you're thinking. Too young, perhaps, but I trust my wife. She monitors all my kids' uh, social media activity, whatever internet activity, and she has all these restrictions on him. Oh, she had them on my daughter too when she was younger, but my daughter wasn't that active on social media growing up. She's gonna be 15 soon. So, but yeah, that's where we're at right now in terms of Marianne blowing up on social media, and like I said, this Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This latest poll, he was at 10% already. He hasn't even announced. Maybe it's because of the name recognition or something. Uh, the more the merrier, man. Uh, but yeah, it looks like he took support away from Marianne at the very least. That's what it looks like. But we'll see. Or more, even more people got involved now. We'll see. I don't know much about his positions. Hey, I might support him in the end. You know, I'm like I said, I'm just originally for Marianne because she had the courage to join in to open up this can of whatever you want to call it. I won't say can of worms because that has like a negative connotation. But yeah, she started this thing with primarying the incumbent on his party, aka Joe Biden on the Democratic Party. So for all we know, like I said earlier, maybe she inspired RFK to get in the race too. So I think we owe her a debt for that, just for having the courage to get in the first place. So I'm glad that he's in, and my stupid phone did it again. As I was saying, I'm glad that he is in the race, and let's see where it goes from here, man. I want to see his platform. I I tried like see if I looked see if he had like a website or something. I couldn't find a website where he has like his issues laid out and what his positions are and solutions that he's offering. He seems genuine. It's not hard being. I mean, it's hard being anti-vax and pretty much immovable on it and being pretty upfront about it. I think that's kind of courageous. But yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you. So it takes a lot. It's gonna take a lot for me to get me off the Marianne wagon. I actually bought a shirt already supporting Marianne Williamson. I got stickers on my hard hat, trying to promote her as much as I can. But hey, like I said, she's not my ideological soulmate. So it's possible, but it's gonna take more than that. I did skim through his Twitter account, RFK's Twitter account, and from what I could gather, he is for letting Julian Assange out of jail, like get him out of there. He shouldn't be there in the first place. So I certainly support that. But guess what? Marianne supports that too. So that's not enough to get me off the Marianne wagon. Um, he there's this form of what do you call this thing? BC something. Oh god, bank crypto or bank digital credit or something like that. Like a new form of what do you call it? Currency? I guess digital currency, where the government pretty much runs the system or something like that. And how does this currency thing work? Like you get paid in credits or something like that. You do like you go to work, etc., and you get digital money, I guess, and you will need to purchase something. You use that digital money and you pay that way. I guess through an app or some shit on your phone on some kind of electronic device. And I know that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He opposes. I think that's form of currency. Like I said, I was just skimming through his Twitter account, see what I can learn about him, and that's as much as I could get, really. Um, I'm not sure I support that either. I mean, it's hard to trust government, honestly, nowadays. Institutions, because everything just seems so corrupt. You know that album that Ice Cube put put out a few years ago. I think that famous song was about Donald Trump. I think that was called "Arrest the President." That's like one of the big songs of that album. Back again. That was my ride calling me, so he's gonna be here soon. But yeah, that album from Ice Cube, it was "Arrest the President" about Donald Trump. Anyways, his the thing in that album was it said what do you call that thing? Like I think there's another song called "Everything's Corrupt," and yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. It like you know, government can be if you give it too much power and it's not checked by the people, it can get authoritarian. And I mean, we there's a lot of authoritarianism going on right now, not just in the federal government, but in state governments. Especially Republican governments. And so, yeah, I'm not sure I like that idea of them knowing where I spend my money, how I spend it. Not like I'm gonna buy illegal shit anyway. So I don't know. It's just let's say that because most people in Washington right now they don't support the BDS movement. They're anti-BDS. Let's say I want to donate to that movement. What if they try to freeze my money? You know. So yeah, that would be a form of authoritarianism. I think I see why he would oppose that, and I would agree with that with RFK if that's his position. I have to learn a lot more about this thing that apparently he's kind of hard on that thing. He talks about it a lot, at least on Twitter. So welcome to the race, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and let it continue.